What's up, kings and queens? It's your boy Dan from Daft Previews, and in today's video, I've got two bets that I've already put down on this slate of the WNBA. I'm going to take you through those today. If that sounds interesting, let's go.
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to you live from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice on the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.
Before we jump into the picks, I just wanted to say thank you. If you're somebody who left me a supportive comment on the last video, I honestly appreciate it. It means more than you know. I guess the loudest voices sometimes can be the negative ones, and sometimes that's all I hear. So it meant a lot to read a lot of those comments. We do our absolute best. There are ups and downs in gamblings, and hopefully the wins yesterday put us in a good stead for the future. So in yesterday's video, I only shared the one bet, Azrae Stevens under 13.5 points. Line moved to 12.5 points, and she still went under anyway. It was a really good read. Struggled from downtown. Didn't see the volume. Fantastic. So today we're looking at two more unders. Are you ready? It's going to be a sweaty ass day. Get your ass cheeks clenched. Let's go. So we're jumping into Props Madness, the best tool you're going to find if you like betting on WNBA player props or NBA player props for that matter. You can use it all year round. You get a 7-day free trial, plus you get a discount when you use the code DAFT when you sign up. I also rely heavily on projections. I need to know how many minutes these girls are going to be playing, and I get all my projections from RotoWire. I've got a link for that in the video description as well. Plus, you get a nice discount if you happen to sign up. So let's talk about it. We've got two games in the WNBA today. Fever versus the Dream, Sky versus the Liberty. The first thing I'm going to say, I don't have any bets on the Sky versus the Liberty just yet, and I'd encourage you all to wait. And the reason why, Jonquel Jones from the Liberty, she's questionable. It's a game time decision, ankle sprain, whether she plays or not. And man, whether she plays or not can really change the outcome of this game. You've also got an 18.5 point spread that you need to worry about. Big blowout potential in this game. But if Jonquel Jones doesn't play, it might close the gap. It probably doesn't, because that's how bad the Sky are. But I'm personally waiting for that news to be announced before I make any decisions on that. So no bets on the Sky versus Liberty just yet. But I do have two bets on the Fever and the Dream, potentially 3 or 4, because I've got a couple of looks in my mind. But let me talk you through them. Targeting some more unders today. And the reason being is that the WNBA has been on that bullshit. So unders have been the wave all season. Let's just keep riding it, eh? The first one we're looking at, we're going to go with Aaliyah Boston. Taking Aaliyah Boston under 14.5 points. I think I've bet Aaliyah Boston unders in 2 consecutive games now. Third time's a charm. Let's just keep this thing rolling. Under 14.5 points for Aaliyah Boston. Now, the one thing I'll call out here for Aaliyah Boston in this matchup is that if you're looking at her play types and her shot zones, this is actually not a good bet if you're looking at the unders. If you put all your stocks into that, you probably wouldn't bet this. And let me explain. The Dream allow the second most points in the post. They allow the second most points to the pick and roll man. And that's how Aaliyah Boston's scoring 45% of her points. They also allow the second most points in the restricted area. They allow the most points in the paint overall. And I'm still taking Aaliyah Boston unders because matchups are important, but I think there's a little bit of a gray in some of this. And the big reason being, there's no Caitlin Clark today. And as you know, Caitlin Clark is what unlocks Aaliyah Boston. Since Caitlin Clark's gone down, just you can see you can see it in the numbers here. Caitlin Clark went down and her numbers instantly dropped off. So first 4 games with Caitlin Clark, she was great. 19, 24 against the Dream. Then she's had only 4 points against the Dream, and that's when she had a lot of foul trouble on the road, right? Then against the Liberty in a tough matchup, she still scores 27 points. She was excellent. And then Caitlin Clark went down. Since then, 10 points against the Mystics, only 5 shots. 17 points against Connecticut, who are trash, but she had 10 shots in that game. Super efficient, 80% from the field. Then against the Mystics again, another 10 points, only 5 shots. And then against the Sky, who are absolutely awful, only 11 points and 7 shots. Now, Aaliyah Boston is very efficient. She's very efficient, one of the rare ladies in this league that makes a ton of layups. Very efficient scorer, but she's just not seeing the volume. And when you watch these games, she does great seals down low, puts herself in the perfect position to get these passes. The Fever at the moment just don't have anyone who can make those passes. So Aaliyah Boston, not seeing the good looks, not seeing the volume, which is why I'm taking the under 14.5 points. If you want to look at an over for Aaliyah Boston, one that I'm considering is her assists. So with her assist prop, you can see the direct correlation here. With Caitlin Clark, the assist volume is not high. Without Caitlin Clark, she's had 4, 8, 4, and 5 assists. Up against the Dream today, I think she's going to see a lot of potential assists. It just comes down to whether you can trust the other girls to make the buckets or not. But If you're looking at a bitch ass parlay, Aaliyah Boston for 4 assists, that might get your interest. I might play it myself. But that's on Aaliyah Boston. Any questions? Well, there's not a live call, so I can't answer it anyway. But drop me some comments down below. Push this algorithm thing, get more people watching these videos, help your boy grow this channel. Let's talk about the next one. Looking at Ryan Howard today. Now, this whole dream offense, it's an interesting one. It's somewhat consistent. Before I get to Ryan Howard, actually, I was looking at Alicia Gray, and I wanted to take her under in her PRA. And if you're watching this and you can still get these lines, and they just updated, right? So if you have access to a lot of these books, BetMGM, Caesars, ESPN, Bet, whatever, and if you can still catch Alicia Gray at 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists, I think the under is a good look. When I started my research, I was looking at 29.5. And then by the time I finished my research and went to submit the bets and send them out, I was like, shit, this line moved to 27.5. So somebody is out there hammering the unders on Alicia Gray. Well, a lot of people are, I would assume. And I don't know, there's this thing in me that says I might have lost the edge or a lot of loss of value there. If I liked it at 29.5 and it's already moved to 27.5, if I bet on this, share it. What if it moves even more? I'm just thinking about how much edge have we lost. So I do think Alicia Gray struggles, and not struggles, but I do think she goes under. I'm just not willing to buy it at 27.5. That's what I'm going to say about that. But the whole thought process here is Jordan Canada's back, so she's not going to do as much playmaking. Her matchup is not the best. They limit points to spot-up shooters extremely well. They don't allow points above the break, where she scores 52% of her points. So the matchup sucks, and she sucked in both games against the Fever this season. So that was my thought process on Alicia Gray. Heavily leaned to that. Didn't bet it purely because the lines moved as I was doing my research. But the other under I'm looking at is Ryan Howard, and I'm looking at her assists. Under 3.5 assists. Oh, sorry, under 4.5 assists is what I caught from Ryan Howard. A little bit of juice. 3.5 assists. I'm probably a bit on the fence about it. So if you can get it alt 4.5, I think that's a good number. But my thought process here is Ryan Howard against the Fever. Same thing. I think this correlates with Alicia Gray not scoring very well, because this Fever, as much as they suck without Caitlin Clark, their defense is fantastic. Fewest assists in the league. Fewest assists allowed to above the break. Fewest assists allowed to her position. Second fewest three-point attempts allowed. Second fewest to spot-up shooting. The third best defensive rating. They're just a really good defense this year, and they really limit stuff around the perimeter. And Ryan Howard is getting a lot of assists to three-point shooters on the perimeter, because the new dream offense is all about taking as many threes as you possibly can. Although the Fever, they're well equipped to take that away. So the Ryan Howard under in assists, it correlates to Alicia Gray not scoring well. You really could look at either, to be honest. You might even want to parlay both. But yeah, I'm just running with the Ryan Howard under 4.5 assists. Bit of juice, but I'm willing to take it. Probably build some value plays around these girls as well. But yeah, those are the two unders that I'm looking at here, because yeah, the matchup just sucks for Ryan Howard. Plus, Jordan Canada's back. That's another playmaker. Now, I get that her recent form has been great, 7, 5, and 6. Typically, if I was recording this video a week ago, I probably wouldn't make this bet, because I was being ultra conservative, you could say, and like the 7, 5, and 6, her recent form is good. I'm just going to stay away from it. It's like, no, I'm not going to go down like that anymore. Like, I was losing bets being conservative anyway. Let's just take a little bit of risk here. Her recent form is great passing the ball, but the matchup that she has today absolutely sucks. Under against the Fever in the last 2 games this season. We can go back to last season's data and this season's data, look at the head-to-head numbers. She's under in 4 out of her last 5 games against the Fever. Let's just ride with history today. Ryan Howard, I've got her for under 4.5 assists. The 3.5 assists at plus money is a little bit wild, but that's probably just my fears around under. But Ryan Howard, you can look at under her assists, or you can look at Alicia Gray under her PRA, under her assists. I think they're both good looks. Brittany Griner and Brianna Jones, I'm staying away from those two. They both have a decent matchup. They both played well against the Fever this season. Probably Brianna Jones a bit more consistent, but she's dropped off as of late. Brittany Griner, she's difficult to read, so there's that. And yeah, for the Fever, no one else really standing out to me. So yeah, just running with the Aaliyah Boston under. So kind of keeping it light on the WNBA, but hopefully we can scoop up some wins. I'm also betting on the MLB as well. You can get that on my Straight Picks plan. There's a link for that in the video description as well. Finally had a winning day today, 3-1 on MLB. So I just got to stay consistent with it, right? Just bet on it every day, and long term, make a little bit of profit. That's the whole goal. But I do appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. Absolutely love you to death if you've left me supportive comments over the last week. It means a lot to me, as you know. I wish you the absolute best of luck if you're making some bets on this upcoming slate. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!
Sub to the channel cause your boy's getting busy. Coming to your line from the west side of Sydney. We've got the free picks and the juice and the daily. It's all free, you don't even have to pay me.